did. We did want originally to talk to you about this ceasefire proposal. We can go ahead and put it up here on the screen just so you can give us some insight. It's a 100-word ceasefire proposal from Trump to Hamas. Can you break it down for us, the level of seriousness and what exactly it means?
Well, I think first it's important to look at the broader context here. Right now, Israel is in the midst of a sort of final solution operation in Gaza City, where they're just systematically targeting these massive high-rise buildings, where some of them have 100 or more apartments in them. And Netanyahu said last night that all of the residents, we're talking about 1 million people of Gaza City, need to leave immediately, or they're going to consider them Hamas combatants. So that's the backdrop of what's happening right now, is this intensification by Israel. Hamas, 3 weeks ago on August 18th, actually accepted what Qatari mediators said was 98% of the terms of what was called the Witkoff framework. This was the deal that's being negotiated for months that would have been a 60-day ceasefire, where half of the Israeli living captives and half of the deceased captives would have been released in exchange for a large number of Palestinians held by Israel. And Hamas made massive concessions and agreed to this framework, and then Israel never responded to it. And what happened is that the Trump administration and the Israeli government said, oh no, we don't want that deal anymore. We want now an all-in deal where Hamas immediately releases all Israeli captives, living and dead. And so what we obtained was a 100-word summary of what Donald Trump has communicated to Hamas. And what it basically says is that within 48 hours of signing an agreement, Hamas would need to release every single Israeli that it's holding captive, and that a certain number of Palestinians, it doesn't specify how many, some of whom are serving life sentences, others who were snatched from Gaza after October 7th would be released. It says that there would be a 60-day ceasefire, and that Donald Trump would take responsibility for ensuring that the ceasefire held while negotiations to formally end the war took place. What it also says is that there would need to be a new government installed in Gaza in order to even discuss Israeli troop withdrawals. It does say that there will be aid allowed into Gaza, but it doesn't specify how much aid, who would distribute the aid. So, talking privately to officials from Hamas, they have compared this essentially to a surrender document. They suspect that it was written by Israel. The Arabic, where the document was presented in Arabic, was clumsy Arabic, strange word choices. So Hamas is speculating that it was written by Israel, and we know that that has happened in the past with U.S. proposals. But then Amir Segal, one of the top propagandists for Netanyahu on Israeli public television, he himself came out and said that this is an Israeli proposal wrapped in fancy American cellophane. And he said the quiet part out loud. So what I think we're seeing here is, Trump, I think, genuinely wants to wrap this up, so to speak, but he wants to do it on Israel's terms. So essentially what they're doing is saying, listen, accept this surrender order from Israel, and I'll see if I can do something about maybe ending the genocide. And there's no guarantees that Israel wouldn't just get its captives back and then continue with the war of annihilation. So I think it's extremely unlikely, if not flat out impossible, that Hamas would agree to such a proposal.
So, while you were talking,
is emerging, Diane, of smoke rising over the horizon in Doha, the capital of Qatar. The Israeli Defense Forces releasing a statement saying that they have targeted the senior leadership of Hamas. If indeed it is the case that they've targeted and killed senior members of Hamas, the Hamas leadership who were involved in negotiations, it effectively cancels any talk of a ceasefire, any talk of hostage release, any talk of ending the war. This will be a major development and very serious one too.
Well, that analysis is absolutely correct. Today, Israel, the Israeli government, just definitively proved without a shadow of a doubt that they have absolutely no interest in a ceasefire deal with Hamas. They have no interest in a hostage deal. And make no mistake about it, the family members of the hostages are absolutely furious about this. Now, after months of alleged diplomatic talks in Doha, Qatar, the IDF targeted Hamas's leadership and negotiating team, more importantly, in an unprecedented airstrike. So let me be clear. This is yet another country, another sovereign country that Israel has carried out airstrikes in. Now, loud explosions were heard in Doha, and smoke was seen over an area that's both residential and home to a number of foreign embassies. Here you can see CCTV footage of the moment the airstrike hit in Doha. And Israel immediately took full credit for the strike. Israeli Defense Forces and Shin Bet intelligence agency said shortly after the bombings that they had carried out a precise strike targeting the senior leadership of the Hamas terrorist organization. Let me just say,
Shalom. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai Bahasham Ruchakadash. I want to give double honors to my apostles and elders that came before me, that brought me into this truth. Shalom to the hopeful elect out there. Now, this video is going to be called The Man of Deceit. As you saw in the couple of previous videos that you watched, you have some extraordinarily absurd arrangements being proposed to be made in order to stop this war that's going on between Israel and Gaza, or Israel and Palestine, Israel and Hamas, whatever you want to call it. And as fast as you see those proposals being forwarded by Donald Trump, you see Israel trying to bomb or destroy the negotiators on Hamas's side. How interesting is that? But obviously, from that video that I made a couple of days ago with Officer Tatum, and those 5 key points to stop the war, anybody with a brain would know that nobody with a brain is going to agree with that, or at least no man with a set of with a set of cojones. All right. Nonetheless, yet again, this video is going to be called The Man of Deceit. And I do want to say, fair use. This video is only for educational purposes only. Fair use. All right, we're gonna go into a few verses here, and then we're gonna make this quick. This is the book of Psalm, chapter 5 and verse number 6 in the NASBS. You destroy those who speak falsehood. Yahweh abhors the man of bloodshed and deceit. In the KJV, thou shalt destroy them that speak leasing. Yahweh will abhor the bloody and deceitful man, in which the Most High is not dealing with the bloody and deceitful man. The Most High doesn't have favor towards the bloody and deceitful man. The Heavenly Father is eyeing them for judgment, right? And the Most High is going to destroy and obliterate the bloody and deceitful man, the one that's shedding the bloodshed all over the earth. This is Psalm 55 and verse 20 in the KJV. He hath put forth his hands against such as be as peace with him. He hath broken his covenant. And right now, you have Hamas' side attempting to create or make a covenant with these Israelis. But of course, they're not trying to do it. They're trying to make or strike peace deals. But of course, the Israelis are trying to kill and murder and destroy the people that are trying to create or move forward these peace deals. How the hell are you supposed to bring about any peace whenever you're destroying the people that want peace? How does that work? Verse 21, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. As simple as that, man. So these damn Edomites, these Amalekites, might run their mouth and claim they want peace. But of course, in actuality, all they want is death, bloodshed, and destruction. Obadiah chapter 1 and verse 8 in the KJV. Shall I not in that day, saith Yahweh, even destroy the wise men of Edom? Salakia, the wise men out of Edom, and understanding out of the mount of Esau. And thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed. And to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter. And the Heavenly Father, yet again, has sharp destruction prepared for these damn Edomites that are ruling over the earth. He has a sharp destruction prepared for Babylon, the great enabler of the Amalekites. The Heavenly Father has a sharp destruction prepared for those Amalekites in particular, those proud damn Israelis over there that want to run their mouth and act as if they're the greatest country of all time. But they're going to see it in real time whenever the Most High sends his angels and his son, Yahushua, in which they don't believe in, or who they don't believe in. The Most High is going to make them look very, very silly in that magnificent day. There's Genesis chapter 27 and verse 37 in the KJV. And Isaac answered and said unto Esau, Behold, I have made him thy lord, and all his brethren have I given to him for servants, and with corn and wine have I sustained him. And what shall I do now unto thee, my son? Who is that talking about? That's talking about Jacob. Isaac is asking Esau, what the hell am I supposed to do with you? And Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept, crying like a little bitch, crying like a hoe. And guess what Isaac said? And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth and of the dew of heaven from above. And by thy sword shalt thou live. So we can see it right now. Who is ruling by the sword? Obviously, Esau, Edom. And by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion. Who has the dominion right now? The so-called white man and the Israelis. When thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. You see that one? So as simple as that. Esau, Edom does not, it's like he has the dominion right now. He doesn't have that yoke upon the neck. He's actually putting the yoke on all the different nations, specifically Israel. But you can see it in real time on these on these Palestinians as well, right? That's the strength that the Most High has imparted on Esau, only to build him up to destroy him, just like he did with Pharaoh. This is Malachi chapter 1 and verse 4. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom Yahweh hath indignation forever. The Heavenly Father has smoked with you forever, Esau, Edom. The Most High God is going to destroy you at the end of this thing. You can keep on trying to bomb everybody you want to. That's okay. The Heavenly Father has plans for you, and those plans aren't going to favor you too well. The Heavenly Father has something for you. Nonetheless, Lord willing, this was edifying. This was just a quick video. Yet again, the man of deceit. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shah, Bahasham, Kwakadash. Again, double honors to my apostles and elders that brought me into this truth. Shalom to the hopeful elect out there. Until next time.